Okay, welcome back. Sorry for the delay. There's still some people trickling in, so I guess I'll wait for the attendance for a minute. We were gonna finish up the career goals today. And then with any remaining time, we'll get started on the next chapter, which has to do with job attitudes and emotion. Job attitudes and diversity. So maybe we'll have some time for that later. But first, we'll finish up after I take attendance. We'll finish up the discussions of your career goals. Okay. So first I'll start with attendance. Okay, two more people came in. All right, close enough. We'll start with attendance and then move into your discussions, finishing up your discussions. So, and I hope you had a nice day off last Monday and you enjoyed the Super Bowl. 15th of February. Okay, Farhad Abdul.
Yeah, I'm here.
Farhad. Ahmed Alkor. Mohammed Afi. Mohammed. Jenna Bell. Joseph Catanzaro.
I'm here, Professor.
Joseph. Jiamin Chen. Jiamin. Janine Cola.
I'm here.
Were you able to find your grade?
No, I'm actually about to check right now.
Okay. Kermia Cyrus.
I'm here.
Okay. David Estorovsky.
I'm here.
Okay. Marimar Garcia. Monica. Monica's not here. Alexia Harrigan.
I'm here.
Kani Jiang.
Here.
Hello. Yusuf Kahan.
I'm here.
Hello. Georgie Kermishvili.
Here.
Summer Lamb.
Here.
Hello. Hongjian Lin.
Here.
Hamdi Molly.
Here.
Hello. Ludley Noel.
Here.
Hello. Famida Padwari. Famida. Emmanuel Plamakis. Okay. Raquel. Zishan Ruan. Brendan. Aaliyah Todd. Aaliyah. Stacy Ergiles. Stacy. Weird. All right. Denasia Warner.
Here.
Hello. Jack Wu.
Here.
Hello. Yixuan Zhang.
Here.
Hello. Matthew Zhao.
Here.
Hello. Taryn Sander.
Hi, here.
Taryn. Christian Mendez.
Yeah, I'm here.
Christian. Sherbeck Margarita. Oh, I think she dropped it. Yeah, okay. Rid of her. Janine. I'm sorry, Janaya Pratt. Sorry about that. Janaya Pratt.
Here.
Hello. Alexander Betts.
Here.
Okay. And Jack Schrim.
Here.
Okay. I'm going to call up the names of the people who didn't answer. If you're here, please let me know. I should also look at chat. Okay, GM Min is here. Okay. All right. Ahmed Alcor. Jenna Bell. Mohammed Afi.
Here.
Okay. Marimar Garcia.
Here.
Okay. Monica Garcia. Famita Patwari. Okay, Raquel Porteous. Ji Shan Ruan. Brendan Aaliyah Todd. Stacy Ergiles. Denasia Warner. Okay, I don't know what happened to all those.
Here.
Oh, Denasia is here, okay. Okay. Denasia is here and Raquel just joined us. All right, so we've still got a few absent people. Okay, Raquel, you're with us?
Yes, just joined. Thank you.
All right, okay, so let's see where we stand with the who's given the
Hi, Professor. Do you call my name?
Yayan Zhang.
Yeah.
I marked you present.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. We didn't make as much progress as we should have, Liz. Okay, so let's get started. Maybe I'll start from the bottom now. Jack Schrem,
Yes, Professor.
go ahead.
So what's the question again? It was
Okay, so
Okay.
you're supposed to be discussing your career goals.
okay. So my career goals. I like to start an e-commerce business. I have a lot of experience in the field already, and I think I really enjoy it. So definitely, follow along with what I plan on doing after college, and also with all the stuff I'm learning in my major, business administration. I feel like it's definitely very useful for that career goal of mine.
Okay, so when you say career e-commerce, do you want to
Yes.
start your own business or you want to work for Amazon.com? Like what?
So yeah, selling on Amazon, eBay, all those websites, Walmart, and then even making my own online marketplace for people to come run ads and stuff like that.
Okay, so if you're focusing on firms like Walmart and Amazon, you can do like the standard stuff we've been talking about, so like the informational interviewing, you can meet people in industry events and stuff like that, get internships,
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
doing all that kind of thing.
Say that again?
Have you been doing all that kind of thing, like doing the internships and
I
thinking
wouldn't,
about maybe starting to informational interview? I know you probably just heard about it, but
yeah, I wouldn't say that. I did have like a kind of an internship about a year ago at a company that's like, does this type of stuff. So you got me like, a little hands-on, learned a decent amount. Um, but not any of the interviews or anything like that yet.
yeah, so it's not too soon, get started on that.
Yeah.
And, a student in the other class got an interview at Facebook by, through LinkedIn. He got an informational interview at Facebook
Okay.
via LinkedIn. So he told the class that he had, he got on LinkedIn every day and was when he wants to be a lawyer, and when the lawyers made comments, he would say how smart they were and uh, like their comments and send them messages. And that led to an in-person informational interview at Facebook. So,
Wow.
and he's working he's thinking of working as an attorney in that industry. So you can do the same thing. All
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Okay. Very good. Alex, Betts.
Oh,
Oh,
hi. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, Sorry, I wasn't expecting to be called because you said opposite order with the
Oh,
alphabet.
do you want to wait?
No, that's okay. So I'm sort of just experimenting with trying to find what I'm good at right now, but I like the idea of marketing consulting and business consulting. Um, I like the idea of working with different people and different businesses and not having a set position at one company. Although the issue is I would, want to find um, different ways to gain experience to even be able to give other people advice. So there's this big gap of, what do I do now, right now, sort of thing.
Mhm. Okay, so I don't think you need experience to be a management consultant.
Okay.
Uh, but I think what you would benefit from tremendously is internship at any of the great consulting firms in the city.
Mm,
So, a couple of examples, Booz Allen and Hamilton, McKinsey and Company,
hmm
Boston Consulting Group. So there's lots of other ones. I would be at a loss to give you a complete list, but you can find a list, and
Yeah, that's helpful.
yeah, and you can just, try to, first of all, friend them on LinkedIn and maybe Facebook. I would say LinkedIn is now where most of the professional stuff is, and you should be following them and contact them for internships. Familiarize yourself with the different consulting firms, what they do, the types of stuff they give. Like there's a whole different kinds of consulting firms. So you want to know what the different segments are and stuff. Like a firm like Booz Allen and Hamilton, I think gets more into technical type things, and they do like government consulting a lot. McKinsey is very high end. It does a lot of strategy stuff, and they employ a lot of recent grads. So you can market yourself. It's very, very competitive to get those jobs. So, all the Harvard MBAs want to work there. So, I think the way in and a good way to get started is to do internships right away.
Right.
So you're in the city, you're there, you can help them. And you get a little experience at one of these places, and then you parlay that into more experience.
Yeah, that's helpful advice. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So also for you, I would say it's very important to do the LinkedIn stuff. And you should know what the firms are. Like, I used to work in HR, and there are a number of well-known consulting firms in the HR field. Like, one was Towers Perrin, Foster and Crosby, which did a lot of benefits and actuarial work. Another one that's very, very well known is Hay Associates, which did compensation, and they designed the most famous compensation system that all the companies use. And there are a lot of other ones, so it depends on the field, it depends what you want to do, and you need to narrow that down.
Yeah.
And start the informational interviewing right away and start getting an internship.
Yeah, I have one now, but it's at a it's really just I'm working for one person who is sort of throwing things at me to try and build my skills up a bit so that I can go for those, but hopefully this summer or
And this person you're working with is a consultant also?
yeah,
Good.
yeah, he has a lot of experience, but
That's good.
yeah, so I have some leg up at least.
Okay, excellent.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, and do the LinkedIn, don't forget that.
Definitely, yeah, I've been trying to build it up.
Janaya Pratt.
Hi, good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Um, so I intend on being like a serial entrepreneur. Um, I'm not really decided on like, having like a specific like niche, I guess, but I definitely want to get into real estate, and I need, money in order to make money. So as far as like a regular job, I would look for a entry level or mid-level position to get into, where it has like a direct path to leadership role or management. And I would just, save money and invest in other things while I'm trying to accomplish.
Okay, so you're looking for a job like in the real estate field?
No, not exactly. I'm not sure what field of business I want to go into. I think I'm more of like an administrative type of person. So I was thinking maybe like, there's like, there's this, I feel like, I don't know what they're called exactly. I forget the name right now, but there's a business administrative person like in the healthcare side of things that manages, hospitals and goes through like their paperwork and make sure that,
Mhm.
the hospital's running okay.
How come, if you want to be a serial entrepreneur, why get a job? Why not just try to start businesses?
Because I need capital, and I would like to use a majority of my portion instead of going to a bank and getting a loan and worrying about that stuff. Of course, I would have to, but I would rather use less of the bank's money and more of my money. So that's why.
Okay. And you said your main focus though is entrepreneurship and real estate?
That's what I'm leading towards, yes. And I would like to get like a real estate license so that I can also, use my commission checks along with my regular 9 to 5 paychecks in order to save money.
So when you say entrepreneur in real estate, you mean like selling real estate?
Uh, Both, yes. I would like to be a real estate agent as well as investing in multiple properties and renting it out.
Okay. All right. Good. Very good. Christian?
Yeah, good morning, Professor. Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
So based from my background and having experience in retail, in the food industry, as well as in small startups in tech, I'm actually going to be starting my summer internship as a consultant, and more or less I'll be a strategy consultant for Accenture this summer. I think this opportunity will allow me to see what it is I've learned so far. Again, based off touching so many industries, I think I'm well-rounded of how retail businesses work, as well as any other food industry company, whether it's a small restaurant or a small business. I think I've been exposed to various opportunities where I've helped a small business gain revenue and lower their expenses. And I've also been exposed to a high retail company that deals with endless amount of traffic and how we can have enough employees working on the floor, how the hiring process goes about, and seeing well does the company maintain all that revenue still. I look forward to being in the summer role, and I think that's going to be where I'm going to be starting my career after graduation this fall,
With
as a
Accenture?
consultant.
With Accenture?
Yes, that's correct. Well, I hope to get something for sure. I landed this opportunity through LinkedIn, so I've definitely
Tell the class,
leveraged my
tell the
networking
class,
through there.
first of all, what Accenture is and how you got the internship.
Of course. Accenture is an IT company that is mainly known for now any AI work. They're one of the few companies who starting to integrate multiverse atmosphere or environment. I think solely based. This is like a tech company, but they do offer services for any company who's looking to gain capital. Save on expenses, etc. I got this opportunity through networking through LinkedIn. I did also land several other remote opportunities last year in the
Tell us
consulting world.
what did you actually do on LinkedIn to get the
So
intern?
I found a remote opportunity that was part-time. It exposed me to working with PwC for 2 or 3 months, where I gained basic consulting skills such as building presentations, data analytics, building and creating reports, um,
So did you,
compiling a presentation
that's
for
very
a
good.
client. Mhm.
Did you contact people directly on LinkedIn and just do what? What did you say to them when you?
Well, I saw the opportunities that were posted on LinkedIn, basically such as looking for undergraduate students, looking for students in the business industry who are looking to find a career path or a pivot in their career, or maybe they hit a wall that they can't find an internship or a job. And of course, that was me. I messaged the recruiter or any of the alumni or anyone within that post that worked for the company. And I told them how interested I was. I sent them my resume. It took a couple of days, if not months, to hear back. But thankfully, I was contacted with the hiring manager, scheduled a quick little coffee chat through Zoom. Honestly, basically just letting them know who I am, what I do at Brooklyn College, what I do in my personal life, what it is I want to do in the next couple of years, and how I want them to help me. And I think that's what got their attention. They're like, "Whoa, Christian knows what he wants to do. He is stuck, but I think we can help him out." And I think that's what allowed me to have that opportunity. Again, the program that I was with them was honestly just like 4-1-1-on-1 consulting once, getting my feet wet into what I could potentially expect to be doing in that career. And thankfully from there, I felt confident enough to apply to summer internships, and I landed one with Accenture. And again, the opportunity within those 2 or 3 months as a consultant helped me with my interview questions.
Excellent, Christian. And I hope everyone's been listening and, I think you've done some really great work there and good luck.
Thank you. I will add my LinkedIn on the chat box for everyone to reach out to me if you want to know what LinkedIn is, how I used it to leverage for my benefit. And I mean, I'm open to talking to anyone, especially my peers. I know it's a hard time to find anything. I'm solely in for remote, but I love hybrid opportunities as well. But I think this new world is changing sooner or later, and I just want to take full advantage, and I'm looking to help out anyone.
You're absolutely right, and that's great, and I'm sure everyone appreciates you doing that. So I hope a lot of people get in touch and you all use LinkedIn the way Christian did. Very good. Taryn.
Good morning. So currently I'm studying human resources. This is actually my third career change. I worked in management for like 7 years, and so I just decided to make a change. I'm probably going to be looking for positions through my LinkedIn and my connections over the years. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of other ambitions as of now. I just had my son 5 months ago, so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you're probably busy for a while, but
Yeah,
you're thinking of eventually going into HR and
yeah,
you're networking a little. That's great.
yeah.
Very good. Matthew? Zhao?
Hi, good morning, Professor. So, for my career, I would like to work on the business side for an esports organization. So regarding experience, I'm lacking a bit, so I definitely need to start finding internships and trying to attend events, trying to build my network, as you said, do the information interviewing, working on LinkedIn. Also, I would definitely to start improving my resume, cover letter, and interviewing skills so I can better market myself. And then lastly, I would just need to accomplish all these goals and hopefully get the job and maintain it.
Good. Okay, so you know what to do, but now you have to actually do it, you know.
Yes, correct. And then also I definitely need to like just improve on myself because there are like these like bad habits that I have that would definitely
Like what?
I just like like sleeping late, procrastinating. So I work on that kind of stuff too.
If you like to sleep late, become a professor. So, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Very
then
good.
of course, listening to all my peers and reaching out if I can.
Very good, very good. Okay, so I would say there's a gap between knowing the right thing to do and doing it, you know, and that's where you've got to make the leap now. That's your next challenge.
Definitely. Thank you, Professor.
Yixuan Zhang.
Can you hear me? Because I'm in library.
Mm-hmm. I can hear.
Okay. This was my last year of college, so I am applying some like graduate school about like economics, because I'm not sure like if I can be a net. So if I'm not a net, I will choose some like jobs to relate to my major. And then after that, maybe I can apply like master degree something program.
So you're applying for graduate school
Yeah,
in econ,
yeah, econ.
and what do you want to do with that? Like be a professor?
Not the like professor, just like normal like teacher.
Like a teacher, like a high school
Yeah.
teacher? Oh, cool.
Mhm.
All right. So I see. So you're gonna get like a master's. Do you have to get like education credits also? Is that part of it?
I'm sorry. Because right now my major is like business administration.
Uh-huh.
So I want to change that to when I get the like a master degree to turn into like economic like education. So I may have to get some credit about like education credit.
Okay, all right. So, and yeah, I hope you're clear about the credit requirements for becoming a teacher, like how many education credits and all that. You know all about that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's sort of a straightforward thing. My mother did that as a school teacher. Very
Thank
good. Yayin Jiang. Yayin. Jack Wu.
Hi, Professor. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Professor. My name is Jack, and this is my last year of college. I'm trying to own my own business. I'm a reseller, so I have the inventory to own the business, and I have the money to own it basically. But it's just that I need to finish college to actually like learn about how my business is gonna take place and what's gonna happen.
What kind of what do you said retailer?
Yeah, a reseller like shoes, clothes, accessories, anything.
Do you already have a store or you've
I have a basement, like a lot of shoes and stuff, like inventory in my basement. So I have,
Really?
yeah, so I have a good amount of stuff.
I see. So have you made up a business plan yet and thought about where to locate and
Yeah,
and
I'm setting that up with my friends right now. So it's gonna happen eventually.
good. Okay, so you sound like you've got a very specific idea. Where is it going to be located, do you know?
Either somewhere in Manhattan or somewhere in Red Hook. So not many people know where it is, but like, it's still popular.
Good. Okay. Very good, Jack. Denasia,
Hey, good morning, Professor.
morning.
So I've actually been trying to figure out what it is that I actually want to do after I graduate,
Uh-huh.
but it's like so hard.
What is it hard?
It's because it's like I feel like I still don't know myself because I have not like explored any kind of like I haven't really explored much. So it's like I don't really know what it is that I want to do, but I do graduate, I believe, next semester, and I'm trying to get into some internships this semester and next semester. So like I can at least get a feel of certain things, different things, so I can know what is it that I actually would like doing.
What did the pedal exercise say? The
The-
flower exercise.
I know it's like that did make me like think about different things that I would like, but it's still like I don't know, it's still tough for me because it's just like I really don't have interest in much. I don't have any hobbies. I'm not into
What do you enjoy
anything.
doing? What do you do with your free time?
My free time, I work, and that's literally it. Like I don't have any hobbies. I'm very weird. I don't know. Like I've never really had any like hobbies for anything. I never really got into much. I am trying to become a content creator like on TikTok and like Instagram and try to be more known to see how that goes.
Uh-huh.
But that's another thing where it's like hard because I'm not really consistent and I don't really know what content people actually want to see from me. So yeah, it's just like I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out though.
What do you live for? I mean, nothing gives you pleasure in life. I mean,
Not that nothing gives me pleasure, but I mean, I don't know. Like I really wish I knew, but I seriously have no hobbies. Like nothing catches my interest. It's so weird.
hmm.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say that before.
I know, right? I like speak to like my counselor on campus and like we've been trying to figure out what is it that I like and I still cannot come up with like anything that I would do that I would actually love doing. It's so weird.
Why don't you become a career counselor and help people decide?
How can I help people decide if I don't even know myself?
Well, they say that people go into the thing, their psychologists study the subject that they're worst at. So, like if you're, if you're obsessive compulsive, you study obsessive compulsion, so you can study like what career people should go into.
I don't think that's gonna work for me personally, but yeah.
I'm sure you'll think, what do you work at now?
I'm just a security officer right now, overnight. I'm like exhausted right now.
Do you like doing that?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right.
I also work construction part-time, but it's not like much. Like I just like paint and stuff, but that's pretty
Like
much
that.
it.
You
That's
enjoy-
also, I mean, I actually do enjoy that, but definitely not for like something that I'll be doing for life.
Why not?
It's too manly.
Too manly.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to accuse me of being, sexist.
No, it's coming from me, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure you'll think about what it is that appeals to you.
Yeah, I pray that I get into some internships and I find something I like doing and I stick to it. That's my plan for the year.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Stacy went already. Okay, so we're up to Aaliyah. Is Aaliyah here? She was absent. Aaliyah Todd. Brendan is absent. Raquel. Raquel Porteous. Raquel. Okay, Emmanuel Plamakis.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. So ultimately, I would like to own a business. I'm a junior at Brooklyn College. My major is business administration with a concentration in management. The problem is, I feel like I'm kind of cornered into like what kind of business to do because my previous experience has been in construction management. So, been working in construction since I was like 16 years old. Same thing with my brother. He started even younger. My dad's a project manager. My uncle owns the company that we work for. I have another uncle who owns a successful company. I don't know how to say it, like the friend group that I'm a part of, they're all in construction as well. So it's like I feel like I'm kind of like cornered into like what I'm doing.
What
So
you
like
want to do? I mean, do you
I
like?
mean, I enjoy it. Like I like it. I like the management part of it, but I feel like I need more experience. And it's like another thing that's like kind of bothering me is like I've kind of seen like the highs and lows of that business.
Sure, it's cyclical, of course.
I've seen like subcontractors and the crazy part is like some of them are family. I've seen some people sit at home for like a month without work. And they own the business too, so it's really hard to make those connects. But I think I'm in like a good spot where I really am. So like I'm not too worried about that, but the highs and lows is really what's been bugging me lately.
All businesses have their drawbacks.
Yeah. But when you see it firsthand, it's like
Yeah.
it really gets into you.
What aspect of construction do you work in? Like, is there?
I mean, I've been a foreman on the site before. So I've helped lead a team of like
So you oversee the whole project?
yeah. I've been in the office part of it. And then this past summer I was a foreman on the site. I was overseeing about 30 workers. So yeah, it's helped me with like a management aspect. Like a lot of my classes are management.
Yeah.
And they talk about like leading like I don't know, like theories. And I kind of like I've seen it firsthand and I've went through it. So
Yeah.
it gives me a better understanding.
Well, it's a good field. I mean, if you're enjoying it and, it's lucrative, there's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. Good. Sounds like you're on your way. Okay, Famida Petwari. Famida. Ludley.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So right now I am currently a senior, and I'll be graduating this summer, and I'll be going on to graduate school. Um, so I currently own a business selling handbags, but I am in the middle of upgrading my whole entire business. Because before I was basically searching like vendors and selling handbags at a markup price, like as in a handbag boutique business. But now I am in the process. Well, I've already designed my own and I've already done my research in finding a manufacturer to bring my design to life, which I did using luxury material. So right now I'm building a luxury brand from the ground up. So this is the reason why I am in school for business. And then I'll be going to doing graduate school, doing a MBA, because I really want to bring my business to another level. I did an internship last summer as a business development intern, which has helped me a lot and give me like a an insight on what it would be like in dealing with the business, along with building my own business. Um, and I still want to do more internships or at least find a job that has to do with like being a business analyst, because I just want to also like be in, work in other businesses just so that I can get a better understanding of what it would be like building up my business to another level that I see it as it to be in the future. And yeah, and I also have experience in retail. I've worked in retail. It has been a couple of years, but I worked in retail in a luxury eyewear brand store. So my business is in luxury. So I kind of like already know what it's like.
Oh, that's great. Do you know Professor Manlow?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, because she's got a lot of the same interests you do.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, good. Wow. So do you have a business plan?
Yes, I'm actually almost done with my business plan. I was taking a small business management class last semester. And one of the projects that we did was to do a business plan. So I used the business plan that I did in that class as a template for my own. It's just a different lane because the business plan was basically on on a specific project, and the subject that we chose, it was a business plan for like it was called Financially Free. It was like a plan on how we can help like low income and middle class income homes to clear off their debt and to give them pointers on what they can do to like invest their money and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different. However, I feel like using the template has helped a lot with the one that I basically created to help with the one that I'm doing for my own business.
Great, great. Okay, that's good. So did you use this particular book as a guide, or the professor just gave you a template?
He didn't give us me a template. He just the textbook basically. I mean, there was a textbook. It didn't tell you how to make a business plan, but it's like definitions of what a business plan is and just about businesses and the different type of businesses in general. But when it came to like actually doing my own business plan, I just did my own research on how to do it and I figured it out.
Did you find a good book? Someone was asking me for a book. I haven't done one. I did a few many decades ago, but did you find
No.
a good book on it, or?
No, but what he did was he had like a list of what the different parts of a business plan. So what I did was I did my research. So there's like the SWOT analysis, the marketing plan. Like
Yeah,
there's like he has like a breakdown of the rubric of what he would be grading us on. So what I did was I went into the textbook, went over the material that discussed the different parts of a business plan, and I did my own research on the internet just so I can like
yeah.
get a feel of what that would look like.
I
And
think the main thing is knowing what the sections are, then you can figure out what to do in each one. But
yeah.
people make a mistake is they don't think of certain areas, whatever they are. And they have some areas but not the other ones, and you want to think about a lot of things that can go through the crowd.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Good.
So right now I'm also in the process of I've been applying for grants. It's not that simple, but that's because the startup money, I can like I've been trying to come up with the money on my own with like side jobs and stuff like that. But the amount of money that I need to start up to like put back into the company it's going to be pretty pricey.
Yeah. of course.
So grants is like my best bet.
It's hard. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can find investors who are willing to take it on.
I don't mind investors. The only thing is that I know that mostly the investors, they want a percentage or
Of course. Yeah.
a certain amount back. So that's why I'm going in the route of finding a grant because, it's free money.
Look, it's
So,
hard. Maybe you'll find
yeah.
something. Very good.
So, yeah.
Okay. Hamdi Molly.
Yeah, good morning, Professor.
Hello, Hamdi.
My career goal is to become a marketing manager. I've always been fascinated by the idea of creating different schemes and strategies to attract customers to a specific product. Also, marketing managers deal with trends, analytics, and all different types of data, and that's something I'm interested in.
Okay. Have you been interning at a marketing department?
Not really. I've been trying to look for internships.
Okay.
I've been having difficulty building up my experience,
So
but I'm
did you
trying
hear,
to look in the real retail world to build up my experience
is
because I
that
know they look.
is that where you want to do the marketing? And I mean, marketing can apply to any
Yeah,
manufacturing, retail, anything. So you're
yeah, I
interested
want
in detailing?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you hear what Christian said about what he did?
Yeah, he built connections through LinkedIn.
Yeah, I would say that's a good place to start. And you can follow the same informational interview method that I described to meet people in the marketing departments. Like if you want to work for Tiffany's or Walmart, whatever, you can meet marketing managers and ask them questions and get to know them. So there's a American Marketing Association. You can join that, and there's no shortage of marketing people in Manhattan. As you know, the advertising industry has always been centered in Manhattan, and that's a great place to make contacts. Maybe you could do an internship at one of them to see what that world is like. And, I think a lot of it is getting out there and meeting people.
I'll look into that.
Yeah. So, it's not too soon. I mean, you only have 4 years in college, so, you're competing with MBA students who want to work in marketing. Also, your advantage, which is big, is that you're right here in the city, so you can do an internship easily, get your foot in the door, and then use that experience to move forward. So I urge you to do that. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. Okay. Hong Xian Lin.
Professor.
Well,
So my career plan now is I want to figure out some internship, but in my opinion, there are a lot of job position. So I don't know which one I need to pick. So actually, in future, I want to open a small business because I like to handle a lot of things. I like to challenge myself.
okay. Do you know what field you want to work in?
Yeah, I have a part-time job.
I'm sorry,
I have a part-time job. A part-time job.
you have a part-time job. What would you like to
Yes.
go into, like marketing, finance, accounting, business analytics, computers, what area, what field?
Yeah, actually, I don't know which one I'm interested in, but in my opinion, this major is good at open business. It's not going to the company, in my opinion. Yeah.
Working for a company. Okay. What I suggest you know, reread, like do the pedal exercise, try to focus on something specific, you know, some specific area, and then try to learn about that area. So it should be something you're majoring in, and you should be trying to meet people in the field. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Okay. Summer. Summer Lamb.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello.
So I am currently a senior. I will be graduating this May with 2 business degrees, uh, business administration and business management. Um, and as for my career goals, I'm working towards it. I'm currently having an internship with the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Um, and then I am hoping to get an internship with this marketing company called Initiative. And I would like to do more with working more towards the planning side of marketing, and just be able to work with bigger companies because Initiative, the brand that I'm trying to work towards, um, works with Amazon. So it'd be a really good opportunity to work with them. Um,
Great.
my end goal really is just to hopefully be successful in whatever I decide to do, whether I stay in marketing or if I decide to pursue um my creative side of doing art, because I like to do art on the side, and um I do that, I guess, for fun in a way because I post it on Instagram and stuff like that. And sometimes I do commissions as well.
Have you
um
thought of getting into commercial art?
I was thinking of that as well, because they kind of work both ways, and using business strategies would also help if I decide to have my own art business.
I see. Okay, well, I guess you got to make up your mind whether you want to do the
One or
market,
the other, right?
the
I
art
think
world.
for now, I really do enjoy marketing. I feel like as I'm continuously learning and like working hands-on experience, I'm realizing I like it a lot more than I anticipated.
Good, good. Yeah, I've known through the years, it's not something I've ever worked in or had any involvement in, but I've known people who do art director work for the ad agencies, and that would be a way to combine your two interests. I don't know if you want to be an artist per se, but or just deal in art, but if you do have that art flair, that would be a way to do it, and it's a great career. I've sometimes had people say to me, "Oh, I could never make money in art," but I mean, really, the people who do the art for the advertising world make very good money. I mean, it's great. So
Yeah, I've seen, I've heard about art directors. It seems like a great field to be in, a job.
yeah, it's creative. It's hard. I mean, you know, it's competitive, but you know, if you have that creative side, it's Pratt in Brooklyn has a program in it. You know, maybe you could do some coursework there on top of your Brooklyn work, and get a few courses. You'll probably meet some people that way. There's also the School of Visual Arts in Manhattan has like one of these evening programs. You could probably take a course or two there, and they're usually taught by people in the field already. They'll show you how to put together a book of your ads. If in other words, you would create ads to create a book,
Mm-hmm.
and show it around, and that's how you get your first job. And I think you're in the right city to network in that area. So, I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. A marketing manager, own an art gallery, or work in, or commercial art or whatever. That's just an idea.
Thank you for the advice.
Sure. Okay. You're welcome. So I've still got a few loose people here who haven't gone yet. Let me just call the names out. Raquel, are you with us? Raquel Porteous?
Hi, Professor. Yes, I am.
Yeah, can you talk?
Sure, yes. So hi, everyone. My career aspiration is to ultimately be a chief operating officer in any of the corporate 500 companies. But my short-term goals are, my short-term goal is to possibly get internship into consulting. The company that I have my mind on is McKinsey. I think if I'm able to work in consulting, which has a myriad of projects around different strategies, it would help to build my business acumen on a broad level. And I'll be able to transfer that into an organization where I can run that organization as a chief operating officer. The strategy that I am looking to use is one, I'm already working in a corporate company. So for me, an internship is questionable because when I think of leaving my actual job to go do an internship, there are benefits, but there are also financial drawbacks. So that's my challenge.
Where do you work now again?
At Citi.
Citigroup?
Yeah. Yeah.
So have you talked to people in the consulting firms about how you would transition from corporate banking to consulting? That's a pretty
What?
good.
Yeah, so I'm already talking with recruiters at PwC, Deloitte, and also KPMG to explore entry level consulting roles into their companies.
Okay.
And so for me, money is a driver for me. So I would not typically leave a job that's paying me more to do a job that's paying me less. But I'm still thinking through all of that.
Okay. So that's a lot to think about. And I think
Yeah.
you're going to have to do a lot of networking and meeting people to make, because that's a pretty high level move. And you're already at a significant level. So, making that transition is going to be difficult.
Yeah, so one of the advice that I was given is sometimes you have to step back in order to step forward. So I'm not totally against possibly taking a lesser salary to get into the consulting field, but it has to be worth it in terms of the company, the culture of the company, the ability to grow, and so forth.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like you're still exploring. A lot depends on what they're willing to, what's going to happen.
Yeah, so I've literally I've done a lot of networking. I did do a few informational interviews. So I have connection with recruiters at Bloomberg, recruiters at Morgan Stanley, recruiters at, I've reached out to a few recruiters at McKinsey. So I'm definitely trying to keep connection there to explore opportunity as they arise.
Yeah, okay. Well, your main goal is to be a chief operating officer, not to, what's stopping you from just staying at Citigroup and doing it there? Why not just
Well,
work?
nothing is. I'm also networking internally as well, where my senior managers are aware of my ultimate goal. And the path to that is either working within the chief of staff office and basically building business management and strategy skills through those different avenues. So I'm not closing that option. I'm also looking internally for mobility opportunities and working with networking with people as well within the company.
Okay, all right, that's all very good. Okay, I'm gonna read off the names of the people who haven't spoken. If you're here, please let me know and you can go. Mohammed Athi, Monica Garcia, Famida Padwari, Jishan Ruan, Brendan Samuel. I think he's told me he wants to go next class. We'll give him a chance. Aaliyah Todd and Yayin Jiang. I think that's it. Okay, so those people aren't here. Okay, so we.
Hey, Professor, I don't think I've gone yet.
Yusuf?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I missed you. Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, so my career goal is to become a project manager for a large tech company. But recently I've been fascinated by artificial intelligence, like yourself. Yeah, so I've been really interested in artificial intelligence. I would love to become like a project manager for artificial intelligence companies such as OpenAI, Scale AI, or like working on Google's AI projects that are coming up through the pipeline.
Have you been networking and informational interviewing and
Yeah.
contact in and things like that?
Yeah, I've been doing that since our last class, last semester. From
Great.
the information and interviewing, I've been talking to a lot of people in the industry about AI and stuff like that. Just building my relationships with recruiters. Yeah, it's been going good.
Good, good. All right, well, that's very important. And what kind of skills do they say you need? Like what kind of coursework is good for you?
So I've spoken to like about 6 of them. A lot of them were looking for advanced degrees, so like a PMI certification, just so that they know that you have the experience and the capabilities to do the job. But other than that, so I currently have project management experience already. I've been fortunate enough to work with a group of people to create a laundromat business in Brooklyn, New York. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're sort of, you got an investment there, it sounds like.
Yeah, I have equity stake in the business.
Oh, great, great. Well, that should help. Good, okay. It sounds like you're doing a lot. Okay, Yayin, is Yayin here? Yayin Zhang? Okay. And Mohammed Afi? No?
Yeah, Professor, I'm here. I missed the question. Can you tell me again what was the question?
We've been talking about our career goals. So you're supposed to talk about your career goal?
Right now, I'm in my senior year in college. I'm kind of stuck on like really what I really want to do out after college. But as far as I do know, I think I did tell you last time, I still thinking about considering going into real estate and just learning more about it and see how it could probably take me.
Oh, you had spoken last time. You were the one now I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. You spoke already. Okay. Very good. Okay. So that's it. I think everyone's gone except for one person. We'll do next time. So we've still got 7 minutes. I wanted to get started with the third lesson, the third segment of the course, which it concerns diversity and job attitudes. And I'll just get started on this. I know it's it's only 7 minutes left, but we'll get a little started. We're basically a class behind. This took longer than I initially planned. should companies, one question I wanted to start out with, because we're talking about attitudes, is should companies engage in social issues? And this has been a huge area lately. A lot of companies are interested in ESG, environmental, social, and governance issues. Basically, hold on. Basically, it's somewhat controversial. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't think small business needs to worry about this. Like if you're running a florist or a store, a small store or something like that, or even it doesn't have to be a small store, let's say a supermarket or but it's like one store, you really don't, I don't think people care if you're engaged in social activities. However, in the larger scale businesses, like if you want to work for Walmart or Johnson and Johnson, where I worked for a couple of years, or Facebook or whatever, there's a lot of emphasis put on influencing public perceptions about the company. And so attitudes that people have about the company are going to be influenced by whether the company is engaged in ESG and social concerns. So basically, I would say it's controversial. Years ago, an economist named Milton Friedman wrote an article, it was in 1970, on, it was published in the New York Times magazine, so it wasn't an academic piece, but it's been quoted extensively ever since, about the title was something like the social responsibility of business is to make a profit. And what Friedman's point was, and I don't think it's wrong, is that businesses are not especially expert at social concerns. And when they try to get into like arbitrating, what views people should have or what's good and bad and, different policies, they don't have any particular expertise in these questions. And so they're likely to make decisions that are somewhat capricious. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but what makes the manager of CVS Corporation, the drugstore chain, particularly knowledgeable in economic policy or in how to help poor people in Africa or something. So basically, it's not at all clear that these kind of policies really have a lot to contribute to the world. And what Friedman's point is that you do a lot of good by creating a product. I mean, if you're selling whatever, aspirin, if you're selling aspirin and you make really good aspirin and it cures people's headaches, so that there's like 50 million people a year have their headaches cured by your aspirin, you've done a lot of good in the world. I mean, the world's a lot better place because you make aspirin. So do you really need to do more than that? You're good at aspirin, but you don't know anything about charity. And so, what are you really going to contribute? But there are people who specialize in charity, and it's better to give your money to them and then let them do the charity. So this was Friedman's point. And he wasn't saying, incidentally, that businesses should pollute or businesses shouldn't give a damn if they cause harm. Nobody thinks that. All businesses need to be concerned that they don't do wrong. You don't steal, you don't cheat, you don't commit fraud. I mean, this is not, this is just ordinary life management. But whether businesses should go beyond that is the question. And I think what's behind a lot of businesses wanting to engage in ESG stuff and corporate social responsibility, CSR, it's sometimes called, is that people have strong attitudes about these things. And so it's like a kind of marketing or public relations that, so people have attitudes, and attitudes are comprised of cognition, meaning mental process, affect or emotion, and behavior. And so the cognitive component is mental and suggests belief. The affective means the emotional element. And the important point about attitudes is they affect behavior. So if people like the social responsibility of a company, they'll go to that company. And so the important point is that behavior is an action that results from the cognition and affect. So attitudes have behavioral consequences. And some attitudes result in more distinctive behaviors, some in less. Like you think vaguely, oh, I like the New York Mets, or I like the Giants, or whatever. You may not go to a game, you like them, or you might say, oh, I hate this team, but it doesn't really affect anything you do. It's just sort of a vague feeling you have. So basically, some attitudes, though, do have the result of causing distinctive behaviors. And so businesses need to be concerned, are people adopting these kinds of attitudes? So that's part of why businesses sometimes do engage in the CSR kind of thing, ESG kind of thing. If somebody has really strong attitudes, like if you frequently talk about your like or dislike of a given sports team, it's probably going to result in more potent and predictive behavior. So if you're talking all the time about sports, you'll probably go to a game. Whereas if you occasionally express it, you might not ever go to a game. Now, one thing, we're out of time already. Okay, so I'll get to the concept of cognitive dissonance next time. And we are out of time, so I will let you go, and have a nice week. I will see you on Monday, and we'll pick this up. We're basically a class behind now, and we'll try to catch up over the next few weeks. So if there are any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, have a nice day, and I will see you on Monday.
I think we see each other on Tuesday. Monday, I think, is no classes,
that's
but I think Tuesdays
okay.
are Monday schedule.
Thanks, Christian. I'll check that. Okay.
Professor, is the discussion board still due today?
Yes, I had said there was a discussion board due. Whatever I said in the email, I forgot. Yes, the answer is yes, if there was one. Let me check that. I'll send you an email later.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions? Nothing?